cousins. Y'all know it's my PTO day, but I wanted to go ahead and give y'all a little something to chew on. Y'all know that. So this is gonna be a quick one. I'm gonna tell y'all why I'm excited for Goldberg versus Gunther. Now, everybody's riled up as they should be, because at first I was like, nah, I don't want to see that old motherfucker do nothing. But then I had went back and had a retro watch. Okay, I went back and watched Goldberg versus The Undertaker, and when I tell you the joy that I got from watching 9 minutes, you know that not it that match was 9 minutes. And all of the things that we know since that match that took place in 2019 down to the was that the super was that Saudi Arabia? Yep, down to the Saudi Arabia. Baby, you see that picture? That picture of the Undertaker after he got that pin and Goldberg got that little piece of flap of meat hanging off because he done bust his shit wide open. Goldberg, not Goldberg, Undertaker was like, man, it's some bullshit. That picture, every time I see it, I don't think I laughed that hard since Goldberg was spitting in Gunther's face. The way Gunther was blinking his eyes, he was blinking his eyes and trying to move his face. Please go back and watch this past was that Monday? Yeah, I think child listen. Go watch that clip of Gunther and Goldberg and how he was spitting and Gunther's eyes was blinking. Oh my god. I don't think I laughed so good. I laughed so good. So look, two things can happen. The first thing that should happen, I'm gonna talk about what should happen, then we're gonna talk about what probably will happen, which will make this a classic. Okay? For me. Okay? Goldberg's entrance should be longer than the whole match itself. Considering Goldberg said he ain't got no shoulders, he ain't got no kneecaps, he got CTE, he ain't got no teeth. At least it looked like he ain't got no teeth. I don't know what he was chewing. Them gums must be tough. Okay? He ain't got much of a spine. Everything is fused and stiff. He stands like almost as bad as Kurt Angle. But Kurt Angle was 10 times the better wrestler. Okay. Goldberg's entrance should be at least 10 minutes long. This is what's going to help. I'm telling you, this is what's going to help. Give Goldberg all the pyro you can find, the sparklers, everything. Get extra Goldbergs. Find you some bald-headed, tall dudes to cosplay Goldberg. I la when John Cena had multiple John Cenas. Do that. Let them come out marching, right, to the dun, to the dun, to the beat, and then let Goldberg come out and do it like Jey Uso. He comes out, he does his little punch and kick, boom, 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 bam, and then he said, "Y'all want me to run it back?" And then run it back again, so we could get at least a good 15 minutes of entrance. Because after Gunther does his entrance, which if they were smart, we would have Ludwig with Kaiser and a returning Giovanni Vinci. That would be a wonderful surprise because I don't know why y'all got rid of Giovanni Vinci. I'm completely confused. And I don't know where the fuck Ludwig Kaiser done went to, but I'm going to need him to get in the ring and say, "Ladies and gentlemen, the ring hit our all." Why did that get taken away? Can anybody tell me in the why did they take that from us? I love that. So after we get that, then we get the face off. The face off should be at least a good 2 minutes. They should just stand in the ring and stare at each other. Okay? Because that's going to give me time to process why the fuck this is even taking place. I could take those 2 minutes of them staring at each other and Goldberg spitting in his face for me to say, why the fuck is this even on my TV? And then we get to lock up. And then we go ahead and lock up. Okay, they locked up. And then this is the pivotal moment. This is what should be happening. Gunther throws him back and forth in the ring, slaps the shit out his chest, drops him straight into a sleeper hold. 1, 2, 3. We done. That's it. Go and Gunther keeps his title and we move the fuck on to whatever else is on the Friday night main event card. That's what should be happening. But what's gonna happen, I'm gonna predict, is after we get all of that pumping stance, Goldberg gonna come out, do his little thug thizzle, and then we gonna have Gunther come out by himself, do his little thing. They're gonna get in the ring, lock up, and Goldberg gonna get his dude to run for his fucking money. Now, Goldberg, before he even get the ring, is gonna be concussed again. Cause what he gonna do is just go find some stone or concrete and bang his shit on it. Cause that give him adrenaline. That pump him up for the match. So he gonna go ahead and split his noggin right off front. So he coming to the ring with a dent right in the beginning. Everybody gonna be like, what's up with his head? He already bust his shit wide open. Then he gonna get in the ring and give all this fever and heat to Gunther. And Gunther gonna be stumbling and falling all over the place. This old ass man who could barely fucking move is gonna be rocking his shit. And then comes at least 4 spears. But on the second spear, Gunther gonna sidestep and Goldberg gonna go right into that post and split his shit wide open like a tangerine, and the juice is gonna squirt out. And he gonna continue the match fucked up and get the 1-2-3 pin and walk out of there with that goddamn title. Y'all said that while he's standing up there bleeding with his title, feeling good, his son gonna get in there. Gage, his son, gonna get in there, right? And then all of a sudden we gonna hear, well, they say Seth Rollins got new music, so we gonna hear "Burn It Down" or whatever the case may be, and Seth gonna come out with his farm. And they gonna go in there and light Gunther's ass up. And then we gonna have not Gunther, my bad, Goldberg ass up. He gonna get lit up. And then we gonna have a face off between Braun Breaker and Gage. And then everybody's gonna be like, ooh. And then Goldberg gonna be like, not my son. He gonna have his face off between Braun Breaker and Goldberg. And while they facing off, Seth Rollins is going to be over there telling the referee, get this going. You know, the referee got to take a long time to figure out if this is what's going on. So he's going to be like, you want to cash in? Seth's going to be like, yeah. You want to cash in? Yeah. And then finally, they're going to cash in, and he's going to kick Goldberg in the balls and curb stomp his shit. And Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed going to neutralize the Sun. Because you know the Sun going to get in this. The Sun is getting in this match. They're going to neutralize him. Goldberg going to get curb stomped. Seth Rollins going to get his title back. And then what? We'll figure that out later. That's what is probably going to happen. Not probably to a T. If I booked it, that's what would have happened. But Goldberg would have won the title. Gunther would have kept the title and kept some type of credibility. Right? But you know, word on the street said they finna go ahead and take Gunther on out. I don't know who Cheerios Gunther pissed on, but this is where it's at. Goldberg feels Billiam Goldberg feels that he is entitled to a farewell match. At the same time, John Cena's farewelling and got the main title locked up. At the same time, where Ron Killings is revamping and doing his thing, Billiam couldn't sit back and say, oh, I'm going to let them guys mix it up and then I come in. Nope. Billiam takes the opportunity to insert himself, fuck up the thing, just so he can have some glory. He should have retired when he almost killed The Undertaker. Okay? He should have retired when he destroyed The Fiend. But this is Billiam. He always wants to get some cash in that ass, get some glory, some accolades, and glaze himself. So I feel that this is going to be either epic or it's going to be a bust. But either way, it's going to be a classic. And I'm going to always refer to it, just like the classic that took place with him and The Undertaker down to the Saudi Arabia. So y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments. Is this going to be a classic or a disaster? Do you like what I predicted? Or do you think it's going to be just straight across the board, a whole bunch of convoluted bullshit? Because at the end of the day, there's no story here. There's no story. There's no history outside of Gunther talking shit to his son. There's nothing here. Because honestly, it should have been Goldberg, Braun Breaker. I'm not really. They could have speared each other to death. But they knew it was no way to suspend imagination with that old motherfucker standing across from Braun Breaker. 4 spears from Braun Breaker. Goldberg couldn't do nothing to him. That's why they couldn't do that. So Gunther is the one that's going to be expendable. Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments. I'm going to catch you on the next one. Deuces.